welcome back to the channel, guys. I was actually contacted by a company called Hawkglow. They actually sell LED headlights or LED products, and they asked me to do a review of their LED or new LED lights. They're coming to market. I believe this is going to be coming to market, if I'm not mistaken, May the 6th, or to their website. I'll put their website actually down below in the description, so if you want to pick some up, you can. We'll see how they actually are. I'm going to install them, do a quick review. We'll see how they look on the truck, how bright they are. These are actually going to be the low beams. They're actually H11 for the 2024 Colorado. This series is actually called the RD10. They're supposed to be 360 degrees. They're supposed to be a little bit better than your normal LEDs. And I imagine this is not necessarily their normal boxing. I think these are like pre-production, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know necessarily what their original or their actual production boxing will look like, and I guess we'll have to see that when they do actually put them out. But let's open the box. Let's see what they include. So they look like they're pretty good quality. Standard LED lights. I've done some of these before in halogen housings. Hopefully the cutoff will be good and won't be too blinding, and I might have to adjust them, but that's okay. So they come well secured, as you can see, nice foam padding, nicely packaged. So let's see if I can one-hand this, or I'm going to try without touching it. Okay, there we go. So here's the 360 degree lighting. Let me see if I can focus. There we go. It has the fan in the back. As you can see, the fan looks like it's pretty good quality. Again, H11 connector. Cable looks like it's in good quality. Everything looks like it's good quality. So we're actually going to install this and see what it does. See how bright they are. Again, see if the cutout works well, or cutoff is good for these lights. See what adjustments needed. I'm sure you at the beginning of the video or somewhere in this video you've actually saw what the halogen lights look like. And I'm going to do some comparisons of what these lights look like in comparison to the halogen lights. So join me as I install these. You actually have to go through the fender liner, and I will actually kind of walk you through that process. You actually have to start down through here, and I'll include a list of the tools that are necessary to install these. But let me get the things together and we'll get started. All right, so as I said, we start in the wheel well. So as I noted, it looks like these are T15 Torx bits you have to remove some of the fender liner to pull it back. So let's remove those right quick. They're on there a little bit tight, not bad. So this is going to allow us access to the low beam housing, enough to get the light in. You're supposed to have a low profile LED for these. So I do worry about these fitting correctly because it has an extra box, whereas some of the LED lights I've seen do not. I think from what I've seen, I might be able to make them fit, and they'll fit okay. I guess we will see, and that'll be a good review for these lights if anybody plans to use them for the Colorado. And the company may have a better fitting one for this. I'm not really for certain, but we're going to give this a try. There's the first one. Let me get these all removed, and I'll pick back up after I get these bolts removed. Removed 3, so there's one right here at the very bottom, one right here, and one right here. Now let's see if I can pull this back right quick. Give me 1 second. So actually there is actually 5 of those T15 bolts. There is one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here, and one at the very top right there, okay? You just pull it back, and there's I don't know if you can see it or not, but right up there, there's your low beam. I might be able to get the camera. There we go. That's what you have to take off, that housing. So I think I might be able to reach in there with you all. I don't know if you can see at the same time. It's tight. You twist towards yourself. Okay. This is going to be a two-handed job. Give me 1 second. So once you get it pulled off, actually I was to the point of actually pulling it off. You just have to pull it right back. I'll try to show you the other side here shortly. The light's actually right there. That's where you're going to pull out. And that's where this aftermarket bulb is going to go. I don't know if I can get it out myself or get it out with you all watching. Again, I think I'm going to have both hands for this. All right, once you pull it out, you actually twist it towards the engine side or towards the passenger side. I'm on the driver's side. Okay, there's the bulb, and there's plenty of wire. As you can see, that's up where it came from. Here's where it's at. There are, see if I can show you. There's tabs right here. Let's see if I can bring it down. You push that in right here and just pull out. I'm gonna do that here right now. I'll need both hands. Okay, guys, we're gonna take our plug here and just plug that in where our light went, okay? We'll check polarity once we plug it in. But again, I'll probably need both hands for this. I don't have any way to mount you up here, but I'm gonna plug it in and then I'm gonna check polarity. And I'll show you once I check polarity and how bright it is before we put it back in. 1 second. Is it plugged in? So let's check the polarity. Give me 1 second. I'll have to put the key in the ignition, or really just the key in the vehicle. This is the bit of the pain of the Colorado. So we'll turn the light on, see what it does. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I saw this in another video. This might be helpful to kind of help you line it up. I don't know if you can see that or not, I hope. I'm gonna try to guide myself this way. You can see the tabs as it goes in. And we'll twist it once we get in those tabs. If we can. Give me a second, I'm just having a slight bit of trouble. If y'all can see that I got it in finally, I'll show you the other one just a little bit better. It does work, I tested it, but I will show you the other one just a little bit better. I finally figured out how to get in pretty easily, so I'll show you that process on the other side. And again, I don't know if you can see this or not, there appears to be room for the box and everything. So now the question will be, can I get the cap back on? We're gonna give it a shot. It looks like it'll fit, but we're gonna give it a go. It must have been low profile enough they fit. So let's compare them. Let's compare them. I didn't mean to make you dizzy there. Okay. I know it's daylight and the nighttime will be a better indicator. So there's the light from the halide, or the HID. Here's the halogen light. All right, the other side's the exact same. This is the passenger side. There's just as many T15 bolts. I already buttoned up the other side. You just put them back just the way they came. I'm gonna go ahead and get the liner removed on this side. I'm trying to show you a little bit better way of how to remove the cap. It's pretty simple. The biggest thing I want to focus on this side is to show you exactly how to put the light back in the housing. That was a little bit complicated. It wasn't bad. It's just fidgeting with it a little bit. But these seem like they'll be bright. The nighttime will tell. I'm sure I'll have to adjust them though. But here we go. All right, we got the fender liner off. There is the cap. Let's see if I can get in there without messing the camera up too much. Okay. I think, yep, that way. Towards the engine. Just take it and twist. See if it goes the other way. It might. No. Okay, it's loose. Once it's loose, you just pull back. There you go. It's off. We're gonna check the polarity. Got it away from everything this time. Last time it touched the carpet material and it kind of burned a little bit. So we're gonna try. We got it away from everything. Everything's kind of, you know, it's separated. It's not touching anything. It's in the air. So I'm just going to quickly turn it on, make sure it turns on. It's not touching the tire. It's good. So just one sec. Let's make sure it turns on. 1 second. And it turns on. Let's turn it right back off though. All right, guys. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I got it in. You got to push in a little bit. Then you just got to twist. And the way these are built, they should catch, and then they start. I think you gotta turn it towards the engine bay. I know. It's not going that way. Okay, you actually turn it towards the opposite of the engine. Okay, I'm gonna check it, but I think it looks tight. It's tight in there. Okay. Guys, got in. I got both the lights in here. That's what they look like. I just wanted to show you all a quick demonstration of the Hawkglow 360 lights. It's dusk dark right now. It's not really necessarily it's dark, but I think this is a rather good demonstration. You can definitely see that the lights have a pretty decent cutoff. I do think that they could probably be adjusted up just a little bit. I didn't want them to be too far up to where they were blinding. I couldn't really make a good solid decision with the truck being a little bit lifted. How high up they needed to be. So I did bring them down quite a bit from just the halogen light. I don't think they're going to be blinding at this level, but I do feel like they just need to go up a smidgen just to make sure I have enough light output for being a low beam. Overall though, the light output, the color, they're 6K, very clean light output. Can I say that I would recommend them? Yes, I feel like they're a good purchase. I feel like I've had them in now since, I guess, gosh, it's been about 4 days now. There hasn't been any errors with them. There's been no problems with the vehicle itself. It has not indicated any errors on the dash from these lights being hooked up. They have not flickered, nothing like that. And they aren't necessarily that blue light. They're actually a good, clean, white light that you would expect from that LED light. Now, typically, I'm not one to like LED lights in a halogen housing, but as long as you aim them correctly, you're not trying to be very overly blinding. It's all about aiming. You know, you got to make sure you aim them correctly. Aim them just slightly, a little bit lower, because they can be blinding. Again, halogen housings aren't necessarily designed for LEDs. I guess some of the LED aftermarket LEDs can be designed or kind of helped to make the cutoffs a little bit better for halogen housings. I would say that these do it relatively well. It doesn't seem like it's going to be too overly over the top. I do feel like they could, you know, suffice in going up a little bit higher and be okay. They are bright. The output of these are much brighter than the halogen housing. They're much cleaner than the halogen lights. So I do recommend these. The good thing is of course, at the very bottom of the description of the video, there is a discount code. It's Drive15. So if you'd like to pick up a set of these and the website's going to be listed down there, you can. Again, Drive15, get a 15% discount off. So you can't beat that. So looking at these, it looks like I can raise up the left-hand side, maybe even the right-hand side just a smidgen more so the left-hand side. I'm gonna give that a shot and we're gonna see if that makes a difference. again, I do feel like that these are much brighter, but just again, the field of view, I feel like it's going to be okay just to raise them just slightly, because I did lower them a whole lot when putting them in. So give me just a second, we'll see how that looks. So that seemed to help quite a bit. I didn't raise them up a tremendous amount, but I did raise them up slightly. As you can see, the lighting output's quite a bit better. I still don't think it's going to be blinding. We'll just have to test and see. And of course, if anybody flashes their lights, then I'll lower them a little bit more. But that's much more acceptable in my opinion in terms of just visibility. But anyways, here's just a little driving clip, and see what you think. I don't know if y'all will be able to tell the difference or not, but I'm gonna turn the high beams on. High beams are still halogen lights. At least you'll be able to tell the color difference between these Hawkglow 6K LEDs and the halogen lights, I hope. So there's a huge difference. They are blended together right now, but you can tell. Eventually I do plan on replacing these halogen lights with some LEDs. That'll help a light output quite a bit. In terms of just, whenever you need them, of course, you can use some brighter functioning high beams. And back to low beams. And that will conclude the video. So if you all if you'd like to purchase these, please go to the link below and use the discount code. Until next time, thanks.